Hi, viewers, and welcome to the Reality View podcast. Like always, we hope we're live now because we've been very, very late today due to some technical reason. But already we have a wonderful personality in the studio. As usual, we always bring major personalities to the studios from the Sierra Leone community to tell their stories in their own unique way. Today, we have one of our own, our brother, who is very, very good at what he's doing. He's a musician and a wonderful person. And he's also a family man. But today he's here to talk about his music career. So with me in the studio, I have Christopher, popularly known as Sleep Nor Dae. Welcome to the Reality View podcast, Christopher.
Thank you, Maggie, for having me here. Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, Chris. Firstly, let's start to know who is Chris.
Well, if I can answer that question, your name will come out with them Punadomina Christopher Cole. I guess so much other names that you know about the fans and the people and the atmosphere as well. I found myself, everybody getting your name, but then go call me a blast and shout out to me. But me, Christopher Cole, popular known as Pinole.
All right. So with the name Sleep Nor Dae, I know say a lot of people know you. So mind you know this podcast where they talk English and Creole. So it is what it is, bringing the Sierra Leonean lingua into the English perspective as well. So Christo, let's look at your musical background. You've been in Australia for a very long time. Everybody know you as a musician, but can you tell us about your musical background and what initially inspired you to pursue a career in music?
The way you look at it, like basically, if I can answer the question, I'm an MC. Originally, I'm not like a musician. I'm an MC. I'm a master of ceremony. So summarizing all it, I'm doing music because as a career, it's the message to pass on. As music is the fruit of life, so I believe it's in me. I mean, I'm born Central man, born from grew up now Regent Road, 93 Regent Road. And it's a popular area when it comes to like music because the cultural background of Centrals, you get all the cultural devils around. So I live next to Block Lane, so at least there's always devil will come out, popular devil. So when they come out, the way they sing the music, the culture, the sing so nice that you see the devil, the dance. But what's it more be they drive me inside crazy, like where I really love it and inspire me for coming out the music. It's about the culture, the way the playing, they go like the beating of the drums, the bata, the gumbe, the shakes and all that. So that inspired me for getting myself into music. So it's been a long way journey anyways. And I'm more like the side of the MC, like the co-present and all that. And I always inspire for push other talented artists then because when I start up this thing, I create my own studio. Like you firstly say Ludacris, so like that's how people used to call me when I start literally the studio thing when back in the days the TP.
Okay, you've already what influenced you to become a musician. You get that from the cultural perspective, which is the masquerade we they call and Debula Salon. Probably Auntie or Oje will be the playing at your area as yeah. And you get that kind of inspiration from the drums, like when in the drum and all, and decide for say, oh, this is my thing, I need to rebrand it and do my own. But what sort of music are you doing?
Well, when it comes to music, I'm doing all type of music. I'm more like the Mabishki thing, you know what I mean? Because it's all about my own culture, like locally. I love the Mabishki thing, the hip hop in me, the R&B and all that. But I do all type of music. But to your question when you ask, the answer is like I do all type of music, but I'm more focused on the Mabishki because we live in the Western world right now. So I'm trying to portray my own message in my local dialect, Creole, and bring it up to other dialect in which I don't speak, but I try to talk them in my music right now, which I record in my studio.
All right. Chris, if you can get the mic to you small, because yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry.
Thank you. Okay. So talking about doing all that means in cricket we can say an all rounder. You know, an all rounder. I do say Sabi cricket now. It was you.
I know. Shout out to my black boys out there.
Alright. So looking at your background, what are the kind of messages are you passing in your music? What are the themes you can? Because I know some artists before they sing, they picture waiting the one for do. So music is an art. So it's just like an artist where they draw same thing to somebody where they sing, you the picture what you want to do.
Well, the background of my music, it's all about my life and my story and attitude and just within the community. It's just a reality life story, which is not be written. It's just a freestyle. Like I said to you, I'm my MC. So everything is just going like that. I bust it up on the mic. My
Okay.
message is all about me and about right now what's in the going in the world.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's fantastic. We'll come to you back, but family where they listen we or watch we on Facebook, please shout out to Rose, Usman, and all people watching. Please help we share the live, and you get opportunity for ask questions to Chris. He go answer you then at the studio. He got a new project coming up. We will come to that later, but let we continue inside the interview, Chris. So in your journey, what are some of the challenges? What are some of the biggest challenges you faced in the music industry? I know say the music industry can nasty at times. Not even at times, all the time.
Yeah, there's no more challenges because I'm a kind of unique person. I'm not competing with anybody. So when it comes to challenge, there's nothing like being challenging for me in the music career industry because life is just about the energy, the right time and the right moment. It's just like a lot of people be doing podcasts. My whole entire life since I've been working like SABS 99.9 in Sierra Leone. Yeah, I also work in free radio, 95.7. We're now on a Freetown radio.
That was so you work with Mr. B by
Work
then,
with Mr.
the hip hop DJ,
Yeah.
very popular in Freetown around 2000, from 2007 to that of 12 before they sell them.
Yeah, so I work. My first radio station with was SABS.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is I was doing like my Shurati production with DJ Ahmad.
You work with DJ Ahmad now in America.
That's my co-worker. Like DJ Ahmad was the first person to take me to the radio. So I hang out with like first Henzo, DJ Will, and all that. So this has been like long time career in my background. Like I said, I'm an MC. Then I later work in free radio. We're having the celebrity gossip. That was cool with me and DJ Zico. So it's been a long way, that we were doing our top 10 countdown. So there's no like big competition because with me, I just follow the dreams and like the moments because everything comes to you the right time. Just like many people have their podcast, but have not been turning up. In life, you push on for people who are out there for you because I made it from nowhere. I play with my kids in the park, right in my community, just in my neighborhood. You're working out your great partner boxer. So we connect and we just link up like that. So when you have your podcast, like I think I need to come up and show up myself, like because I'm in this project. Because certain time in life, it's about the right time, it's the right moment. It's all about the calling. It's not like you're gonna force it up and all that. So back to your question, as it's a reality talk show, which is podcast, I've not met any hard time or difficulties with my own career. There has been like a breakdown through, which is when I start doing my DTP records in Calvert Town. I think there are a few studios in Sierra Leone, which like the Charles Austrian,
That's Studio G.
Forensic, like Jimmy B, which
Yeah, Paradise.
yeah. So those were the time I started doing my own thing.
So you actually started deep.
Which is like the slogan that pisses you.
All right, so that studio I was taken there by DJ Navs of Citizen Radio.
Yeah.
Because at one time I was also into the game,
Yeah.
So I went there with my crew. So we have like 3 boys, 2 girls who went there.
Where back?
Yeah. Back then we came from Kisi. So
Okay.
Navs took us. DJ Navs was someone popular around the Wellington Calabar Town area. Yeah. So it took us, but at that time there was huge studio session with different artists, and they said there is no vacancy or they won't be able to give us a session at that time.
Really?
So yeah, but
So who you met in place by then?
I didn't remember the engineer, but yeah, Navs took us to yeah.
Okay, that's DJ Nabs. I did some jingle for him when he was working with the Eastern Radio, which is
Citizen Radio. Yeah,
the jingle was like DJ Nabs, you make me feel by Nabs. DJ Nabs, you make me feel by Nabs. So like yeah. So those days,
but you not do me on jingle too.
yeah, your jingle. The jingle is just I just started recording. Started recording jingle like lately. I just did one for back and DJ Baby Boy, which is in the country, Sabi,
Yeah.
And I did one for Strike and Big Up. Yours is
Okay.
coming. It's all about time. So the breakdown, like back to reality, like to your talk show, which I had was like during those days recording the album for few of my mates. So I lost Exit. He was very popular, like in the East Coast hospitality. Like Exit was one of the artists that I finished his album. Then I lost him. He passed away because I was just there as the backbone doing this music thing, but I more dedicate myself to push people in their career. I enjoy myself being recording artists, try to push the artists, just be in the back there than me myself singing. Just that musicians, when it comes to them in the other way, I like you look at it, they like soccer players. There is no liability or like you can't owe them. They know your kids, even you're around. Because when I lost Exit, it was so sad. I was recording Exit's album. I was doing the GWK, which is tirelessly and ABM. He's built like big musician at Sierra Leone, having a studio called Big Man Music in Waterloo. So they were in a group. Then I also had Bombastic. So these three projects were going on at the same time. They asked me because by then I was the CEO of Sleep Nor Dae Records, which is DTP. So that was a big breakdown. Towards your question, that was it. That's why the music, just everything go backwards. And with Exit, he even did a song with Innocence, which now the Sierra Leone community is bringing up for the April 25th, 26th, yes, as Innocence going to be here. Exit did a song with Innocence those days. So means the studio was like really, really busy.
Yeah, that studio was really busy because I remember a lot of musicians from the East Coast were doing their music there.
It's true.
Yeah. So talking about the industry itself, also we have an industry here in Australia. You're not many. You have few of you. We have like Marvin Banks in Brisbane.
Yeah.
We have there's a Sierra Leonean boy in Adelaide also doing his thing, and you, Mark, and the likes of Tero D in Sydney. What's the connection between you guys as artists, or even as K?
Well, all the names you've mentioned, I'm more familiar with them. Everyone is my homeboys, like they're all my niggas, like Melvin Banks, I know him since back home. Like, I'm the dopest, you know what I mean? Like so. But when it comes to music, it's all about the connections. The bond is gonna be there, but it's all about the time. It's the energy. So when I came to Australia, I tried to do this thing, like, yeah, get back into the music industry. I signed up to Rodi. I took him to a private lawyer for him to be on my label. I was really, really like
Who was in your label?
yeah,
Was that before Mike City or?
well, he's having his own Mike City, but I didn't know Terrell D. Just like I've never knew you before back home. But when I look at you, you're big out there because you can't know everybody. But I've never known Terrell D. But when I came to Australia, I started hanging out. Like I feel him. He's a great rapper, and like it's just that the support of the community is not out there for him to be like the status that I want to be. But when I came here, like I got a record of him, I signed him private lawyer, yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
he'll be working with me. But I'm just that type of man, like I can be starting this just different type of things, like jumping from one thing to another. And also when you just come to a country, you choosing your visa, you book your woman, and like it's really like it's not like something like people came over here like refugee or like being independent. I came with somebody like a partner visa, so like I have to be like put myself in a type of position. So things didn't go right well with Terror. Everything just died and break down. But it's kind of a nigga like we've always keep it up. Like anywhere we met, we just hang out like that till with no like I'm sorry all that because he got great in him. Like he's a great person, Terror. Even when I start this thing again, I'm like, yo, I started this thing. Okay, I got your song. So then we just take it from there. So I just sent him the beats, like being at his place with fight. He came down my studio that they connect with Terodi. And Mahmoud, I've never met him. I've danced to his music a lot of time in Sierra Leone. He's a great singer, good personality. But in this country, it's like we all come in a different path, different way. Star can connect to star, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nobody bring Mahmoud to me in the community, try to introduce him to me in the individuality. We got a song together. I know Mahmoud will form a cool like some white girl. She's indigenous. I would say she's black as well because she's mixed race. So I was hanging like lately in the beach where I had like a year back. We partying, chilling, like we did some say oh let go in the beach and swim. So we're in the beach like having good time, like just conversation like with the music thing. It's like, oh, I saw somebody I met here with you and she just called Mahmoud and Mahmoud was like, oh, that's like we start talking. That's how the connect come out. They was like, oh yeah, we guys should hang out, link up. Then the other time I was picking up Shaba, I was coming back from the States. I went there in the airport waiting for him. After I picked Shaba up, we start discussing. Mahmoud's name was mentioned. there's like a call Mahmoud, we discuss again about music, and Mahmoud say, yeah, I've had a lot from Vas about Sleep No Day, like, like I've discussed with him over the phone through some lady, which I don't want to measure the name out here. So it just happens like that. Everything is just the right time and the right moment. Then when it comes to Raske, I've also like the same track I put on Mahmoud and Terodi. So the same track. Then I call up Araski too. I've invited him. He's not showed up yet, but I've been at his events, help him advertise his events. When his show, he was working there with Shaba. I was out there, I performed. Yeah, it was a great night and the atmosphere was chill. So I'm still looking up forward to collaborate with all the artists that want to turn up with Sleep Not Dae Records. But you can't force it. It's happening at the right time at the moment because everything flows. Then who else again? Flimpy, I've invited him. I've not seen him come over yet. Man past man, yeah, he's like a brother to me. Like he's one of my OG. Like I hold him down, but we've not recorded the track yet.
Okay.
But I've invited him, and I've worked with some of his projects when he was doing his own video. I attended one of. He told me that he wanted me to be one of his characters, like just being in the video clip and run that down like some years back.
Okay.
It was troublesome.
All right. Okay, so it means you have some great connections with the other guys.
Yeah.
All right. It's unfortunate. I think we only have one female artist in Sydney. That's Black Diamond.
Black Diamond.
Maybe I need to do an introduction so she can come and do something in your studio.
Okay, what is she?
She's a phenomenal lady. You know his brother very well because his brother knows you. Do you know Vandy? Yeah. So she's the younger sister of Vandy. She's an artist as well.
Okay. I think, yeah, we've discussed about that, but she's not come true yet. Yeah, I know you're talking about her.
Yeah.
She rap good. I've had, like, she sent a song to me, and, like, yeah, I feel her song. She's dope. Like, I'll be looking out forward to receive her one day.
Okay. All right, let's shout out people watching us now. Shout out Pamela. Shout out Shaka Conte, Stella, Vandy, Alexandra Tule all the way from France. And shout out to all the big superstars and watching. More people coming, please share the live.
And everybody, like, looking and listening to me right now. This is Mr. Sleep No Dae, I need your support about this album coming up, and thanks to you for bringing me in the studio right here in your live podcast. Yeah.
Shout out Evelyn as well. All right, let's continue with talk. We looking now at your journey in the game itself and your career. Can you tell us what stand out for you as as an A-list artist? What's the turning point in Sleep Not Dae career? That turning point where to make people and can say you're a musician.
Well, I believe you don't need to prove something to let people know you're a musician. I just keep my game tight to myself. Like doing my music is for me and like the loyal fans and believe in me, like people like you bring me to your podcast, like because I believe you cannot just invite everybody to come over like that. You try to bring different categories of people, like you said early on, like pastor, like politicians, like soccer player, and like you see me like somebody too in the community who've met and like recognize each other. So whilst I'm here in this talk show, I just want to say this album coming out, which is my first album, and I'm dropping it out. Like it compiles so many tracks, like varieties of different type of music, and collab with big musicians from my country locally and international artists. Because lately I just connect with somebody from Kenya, Uganda, guy, which we did a song Sleep No Dae. Yeah, so I believe it's a good message, and I'm just portraying about life generally, about myself and what I see in the environment, in my community, in this world that we live in.
We'll come to the album itself, but let's talk about your music. How has it evolved? Wetin don't change by your music? Wetin don't improve since the first them you release your first hit single na Salon?
Well, I never leave out like a music hit single. I was always like doing like let me see, like a mixtape thing. Then I didn't bring them out because all these musicians, like you see, DJ Nabs, they only got the songs to play. They I never share them. I only did like a gospel album for somebody Harvest Time Praise. I work people with Kong 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 Uda na ni.
Okay.
He was
it was a big hit in Eastern and Freetown as well, even the whole country. Because
I didn't record that particular song, but I record songs for him. Like yeah. So then I did few other songs with other people. But my career generally in this music, what getting onto it, like it's just like after the COVID, everybody was indoors, so I revived myself with Father G, which in my album I got a song with him, DX3 Bena. Shout out to you, Daddy Ish in the UK. So he was my classmate. So these are like people I've been teaming up with music. So in this album, like what bring me back, like it's just the way the industry is going, just to bring things together, the platform, because it's not like before. Now everyone got a studio in the house. It's not a big deal to have a studio. It's now basic. It's not like great like those days when we started this. But now it's have changed a level. So I still just getting it in the career as part of me as an MC, but also just passing on my message, like what is this in this industry?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to bring personal situation into this interview because you are here for your music. But again, within music, how are you balancing your time between your music career, your family, relationship, and also your work life? Because I know you have another concept of your life you're doing every day.
Yeah, and when it comes to music, music is a fruit of life. My bigger fans are my kids. Like, I'm a daddy, you know what I mean? Like, so me myself, I'm a fan to myself. I'm not that type of guy that listens to the music. I always been listening to my own music, and like I got few music like who I'm like big fans of, like people who I admire. Like I know that I've came from a long way, and I feel them like the vibes and what they portray in the industry. So myself, I got few fans who I know that are the diehard fans. So they look at me, they always like telling me to push. And pushing is one thing, but it's just behind it. I'm just don't all it as a career. I've been like doing this music thing for me to push people out. Just like well, I said earlier when I came to Australia, I just want to be like a backbone behind people like Terody because there's something in him. And I like to be in the other side too, like the opposite side. Like when people are diverting for great people, like sometimes the community, they will just break away from somebody because it will just come from nowhere. When they see like a team of people going, things will just separate like that. And that's how I like to stand with those other people because I like to be on the opposite side of the wall. As
Okay.
long as I'm not looking like, because who are you to judge me? I'm human being. Like we're not perfect, but we all trying to portray ourselves. We're trying to be look good and all that. Everybody trying to be celebrity these days, but it's been like that's
TikTok celebrities.
and that's why like when it comes to like things like TikTok, I hardly post there. I like to be in the other part of it, you know.
Yeah, but you know that could make you some good money as a producer and an artist, because there are a lot of people misusing the platforms, social media, but then you have artists who are making use of it and getting a lot of money through their video. You know, short forms videos are very important now,
That's true.
and it can give you that following. Like people who know how to dance can dance, so it's also good if you can put your heart into it.
Yeah, I've had like a lot of people have advised me when it comes to the TikTok video. Like, there's a guy in America, like, what's his name? I miss his name. He did a song with Man Pass Man. Like,
That's Man Past Man's, is it cousin of friends and Mr. Coolest.
for Burberry, like during the days of DTP too. The time he was doing his Kobuko,
Okay.
I recorded a song with him and Exit, like which was some team in the song too. We didn't leave the song together because I just like holding it up tightly. But this time around, I'll be releasing my songs, you know.
Yeah,
So just advised me on that TikTok, and also like locally, like Press next city, he like sit down with me like Chris, you I see something you. I've been telling you this. You have to press on the TikTok, like. I just won't be doing it, you know. But now you're the other person, I'll try to be doing it, you know.
Yeah. So Chris, let me say this. You've mentioned a lot in this interview that you've done a lot of songs with people that were never released for something personally to you or the other artist. Was it something that has to do with confidence by then, or trust with the song that we cannot release this for some certain reason? What was the problem?
Problem is that but it's life. Life is like different dimension. You see it, you want to do something, different thing is running, and other things are taking your mind and attention. You know what I mean? And those days when I was having my DDP, like things were so fine. I grew up like in a good home. Like mommy was in the States, like sending me for everything I want, like with my dad in the house and grew up like that. But the confidence was there. I was broadcasting on the radio, talking like I was just looking at it like in a way how to bring it out and to get something out from it. So I was then always there'll be like a trouble coming on the way. Always there's trouble. You know, it's just a matter of time, you know. it's time, it's energy, and it takes a lot. And me coming out to say, oh, I'm the best, I'm the great, no, it don't work like that. You need to get a team.
Okay.
You have to get like people at the backbone of you, like doing certain things, which you can look at the yeah, all of these concepts, like, you know what I mean? I love team, I love good things, like, I love good things, but where we coming from, like good things, they don't last. So that's why, like to your question, the confidence is there, but bringing it out, you need somebody, you need a team to bring it out. You need somebody who can believe in you to see, oh, here's the person. So you can be doing it for likes, you like it, you love it as a career, but you're keeping it tight, you know?
All right. Now let's move ahead to your new project, which is why you're here today. Can you share the concept or inspiration behind your new project or album? Because you mentioned you're going to release your album for the first time. So what was the concept behind it or inspiration?
Well, the concept or inspiration about the album, it's all about like humanity, about myself, like, the aspects of life I've been through, the breakdown, the mislead, the misunderstanding, the betrayal, the lost, the like getting myself in the different bad roads, like because sometimes you know what I mean, like your instincts, like I'm just like people's person, like I'll just be there for everybody, I just go with the flow, and sometimes I forgot myself. Like so lately refinding myself, having like time to myself, listening to my own voice, it's refounding myself. And having people like you, like Big Boy Studio, have invited me a couple of times for his podcast. Before he started, it was my studio, like say, yo, you're gonna come up with first person, I wanna like interview. I've not showed up yet, but I think I'm gonna start pushing out with the right people. When I mean right people, about people like you just meet in a different way, like how I met with you. Connect, the bond is there. The next thing I see, you already shoot a picture on Instagram without doing like great thing there. So it's something like that.
Okay. So what are some of the songs we're going to expect in that album?
Well, the songs you guys gonna be expecting songs like No Day, which are about telling the fans there about me, like only sleep no day because I don't sleep. See my eyes, I don't sleep. You know what I mean?
Why not give message like where I message you, they take 24 hours before you reply?
It's like just things are going. Sometimes your phone
Busy, busy.
busy. Sometimes rolling my weed. You know what I mean? Like in the other part of life. Sometimes doing other things. Because this phone just spoil like everything lately. Before you need a calculator, you need a radio, you need a camera.
Yeah.
Now everything is in one. Even though it's cell phone, but sometimes you just forgot it, and it's a thing like. So by the time you get back to the person, like it's late. Sorry about that, but like I say, like sleeping all day doesn't mean like I'm sleeping, but doing other thing.
Yeah.
So like in this album, think music like sleeping all day, which I'm gonna perform in few days to come, like on the all white party in the Constellation Cruise on the 25th. Shout out to you, Afiji, one of the like person like people in this country like has been holding my back since I'm in Australia. Yeah, Afiji, you're great. Keep it up, always out there like trying to do the best. Another person again is Shaba.
Yeah.
Shaba has been helped like pushing me a lot, which is called Hustle Every Day. And I did it with one of the artists like which I used to present people like that on the stage. Shout out to you, Dovi Dovi.
Yeah, another great superstar, a legend.
Yeah, he came to my studio too, like we did a song together, Dovi Dovi. So kaboom to you and your entire crew, like Banja and our society.
And I is here with the SD crew.
Yeah.
Because we rolling out at the same station at Marrickville. Yeah.
Dope, yeah. In my studio, I did a song with him. It's one of my best songs that the listeners, the fans out there should be expecting, which is Hustle Every Day. It's a very meaningful song, like song will be out soon. Yeah. So like other songs like with Father G, yeah, it's called Loyalty. Yeah, Father G the Extra, yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the project itself. You mentioned how because songs like Benyama could be very Sierra Leonean and African, and you have like a bit of hip hop, R&B. So do we have like the new school thing, which is the Amapiano vibe? Every artist want to jump into it. Do we have something like Amapiano in this album?
I'm thinking of that. I've not recorded Amapiano yet, but it's gonna be because I've recorded like 12, 13 songs now. Yeah, then I'm gonna break it down like half of the songs, half of the songs to be like an album. So I'll get like 2 songs. I choose 2 songs, so it's gonna be divided by 2. So yeah, I'll be looking up Amapiano because a lady came to my studio not too long, say how I've listed all of your tracks, but you need a piano, which is more the south side, the loving it, and the Kenyan people will just vibes too. But I'm bringing my own track, which is Bingama. It's my own type of innovation, like which it's like a concept of Sierra Leone, things like how Dr. Olo was doing his own thing.
Okay.
So I'm not like trying to copy and all that, but think that I'm a piano that if I get the right person to feature on the track, can be like side guided and so we can do things together.
Okay, so when you mentioned the Dr. Olotin, I've seen artists like Papezwa jumping into it, the likes of Tony T. They call it the Sierra Leone Gumbe thing, something like that. Yeah, so is that what we're expecting the Benyama songs to sound like?
That's kind of no, it will be its own, but my own general concept of album going to be like a lot of gumbe, drum, shekbu, and all that type of thing, which is my own version. When you listen to my trap of even hip hop, I'll still get the rhythm like in a different type of way, which will be sounds unique and classic and different.
All right, so let's talk about the date. Have you schedule a date for release of the album, or do we have more time to wait for it?
Well, I've not scheduled the time yet. I'm just waiting when the right time comes. But pretty soon, yeah, I'll be dropping it. Yeah, just be dropping my single first. Yeah.
Okay, so which of the single will be the first one? Is it Benyama or Sleep Nor Dae?
Well, Benyama.
Like I want to hear how this Benyama.
Like I will keep it like tight, but I believe Bingama it's a concept of myself creating this song to be like music is about dancing and singing. So
Okay.
it's about dancing, singing, and it's in Korea and Mende.
All right. So how do you connect personally with your music? Like some people say, Mina Rasta. So I kind of sing Rastafarian music because I did into that Rastafarian thing. I'm a Christian, I'm singing gospel. So how do you connect with your music and, what's in make it special for you?
It just did, like I said earlier, on, it's about the instruments, the shagbuwe, the gumbe, the drums, which is the African tradition, things like really, really drunken it inside, and just my own voice, and generally be me, myself, and the music.
Okay, so looking ahead of the project, what are some of the goals you want to achieve in the next coming months with this new album?
Well, the goals I want to achieve, I start seeing them because lately, and I've just done a documentary for LinkedIn in New South Wales, which is the indigenous people. They're doing their documentary, Stolen Generations. I play the instrument for them, so I'll be credits in their upcoming documentary will be very out soon. And this is my album. What you guys will be expecting is just a unique thing, like somebody who's been like 2 decades on this game, like bringing out his old best from the rest, like, and I believe I'm the best from the rest, like blessed like Kenny West and different.
I wanted to ask if you have like any international artist that is an influence to your music career.
Well, I've met a lot of artists, musicians, and I've met a lot of great people like who can just I've met like OT Genesis, like I've met Coolio one-on-one, like hang out with him, cool down, Guns and Roses. Yeah, I've met like a lot of people but who influence like I would say just I like say my own local artists, like people like Dovi because he's inspirational to me. You know what I mean? It's kind of unique, different somebody.
He's a legend, he's a legend.
Yeah, so I believe influence like these people. He's local. He came from somebody like from the country and in a group. He's been way up there and when I invited him in my studio, it's not like the other type of artist. He want to jump on the beat like that. It's like, yo.
It's very down to earth. Dovi is like that.
Down to artist one. Down to artist one, but unique.
Yeah.
It's not like the other musicians I've been inviting, like they just jump on these tracks like that. Now, here we compose the track, we'll do our own beats for ourselves, we'll start this track to finish. And another musician in that type of light is Diesel Link too. When I give the beat to Diesel Link for you to do a song, he says that's a nice beat, but I would suggest we do this beat. So he's a great artist.
Yeah, but some artists are artist producers, some are not. So you kind of get that. I know Dovi is producing a lot of songs.
Correct.
Yeah, he even released an album last year with his SD Kut members. So he has some guys that he's working with in Australia, and they did an album last year as well. All right. So yeah. So do you have any particular song in this album that is close to your heart, and why?
I think so, all my music, I would say it's same like this Bring My song. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so that's very special. All right, we're gonna be rounding up soon, but let's talk about the fans. I know you've not released any album, but you've been performing. Cause the first time I saw you perform was at Raske's show, and then they told me this guy has been performing. Is somebody that was big in Eastern, but so I didn't get back to you at that time because I was really busy. And after the show, you left. But you've performed in a couple of other events in Sydney and across Australia. So how are you relating with your fans, and how do you want them to receive this album as your first project?
The fans I got when I think I got realistic fans that were very humble. They down on out with me because they see me like I'm that type of person like not like wanna be just being myself because I grew up with this lifestyle. I maintain my life on entertainment, you know what I mean? And I'm a hustler, I hustle every day. So the fans I got is so loyal, like even when I always miss my parts in life, they'll be down in Chris. But man, you look at the Bible, it's Easter now, like we just passed Good Friday. Jesus knew what's going on, his disciples and all that. But it's happened. So sometimes when you're a legend, you just let everything flow. And my fans, I know they believe in me. They know this is Mr. Sleep Nor Dae, Mr. Street, Mr. The Picking and Daddy, the Street Talker, the East Coast, the everything, the MC, you know what I mean? Eh? So the fans, they know like, they don't like doubt what's going on because the real fans are the people who know you know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm taking off the glasses so you're not going to be boundary between me and the fans. They know that's him because it's a career, it's in me. It's not like you want to be a force it needs to be. And after the COVID, things have been like in a different way. So you refine yourself. So meaning like I get it back on track.
Okay.
Because we are locked down for quite a long time. Everybody's indoors. So it takes a really moment for me to refine myself back in this moment so I'm being myself. And the way I see the fans turn up at Bash program, the All White in Canberra. And these are type of events I like to go perform because these are the events, like going to rush or force over issues because, the person, the love is there, the respect is there, and the people believe in you. They'll be calling you, where you are now, where are you? What's you day? You don't from Canada with the way. So when you get an event like that, like you feel relief, you feel your energy.
Stuff like that.
You feel like you feel that you can grab the mic and like you perform and entertain the people. And also like Tiki's program, which was like in the casino the last time I went out there. Shout out to one of the biggest DJ in the ground, which is the American boy.
Okay.
What's his name?
The which
The American DJ. The American DJ. He's around like
which area? Where did you went to?
I was at the casino, the Crown Casino. I performed, and it was in the boat. Like yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's an American DJ.
Sierra Leone. He's the Sierra Leone DJ. It's one of the best right here.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's Vicky D.
Vicky.
Is the award winner.
So I was like with people like with great mind of eye, you know what I mean? So it's at Stickers, but they like right out there in the Crown. I have to perform like it's the same way I feel so relief. I feel good just like in Canberra. Shout out to you, the DJ Pascash. Like he's another big DJ Big Up that I know,
Yeah.
So all the big DJs try.
And Big Up they watch you right now for Salon.
Yeah, it's one of the big like influencers to around like DJ Big Up. He's very creative, music. Yeah.
So we got some few comments from the comment section. Someone is saying great show. All right, yeah, Chris is a good talker, so it will always be great. Somebody is asking about the album, but you already say they want to know when you releasing the album. Can you reiterate that? I think the person is just joining us.
I want fans to really eager for the album. The more the more you get? Just like how like he want me right here, I'm here, it takes time. It always takes a moment to make a moment. It's all about the universe. Once the universe accepts and answers, like then the album will be dropped out because it's not like thing I'm gonna be like choosing other part of it. The studio is right in my own house, like I get up, I just record and like that. It's slow but it's sure. This album is for you Sierra Leone people, especially the people in Australia, because We want real artists, they want real musicians. We want for collabo. We don't like break out, like all this breakdown and this and that and all that. I'm not here for that. I'm only here to talk about myself. We like united, we stand, divided, we fall. We like support how the Nigerians are doing it. We don't need to copy them, but once we love ourselves, everything will just go like that.
Yeah, that's the fact. All right, so Fatima Blessing Jallo says, "Love you, brother." I think she's one of your fans. John say, "Keep it up."
Love.
Yeah, keep it up. And from the other side of the live, keep up the good work. This is from DJ Tuzon from Liberia. Yeah, so those are some of the comments coming in. So Chris, as we're rounding up now, because we started actually late, but I think we've got a very good interview today. What's one thing you want your audience to know about your music, and what will that be?
Well, what my audience know about my music, it's about my music, it's just something like it's reality. Like how in this talk show, it's not like blah 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 or this that. It's about like doing this is this. It's my album, you know what I mean? It's not about like you have to listen to the voice or this is the message, the concept.
Okay.
What I'm trying to project to the world, what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? And so my fans them, let makes it happen. Let makes it like so you took a proud see, yeah, I get me on celebrity, I get me on artist when I sleep no day. When I this artist we go eat now one pan, we go drink together, we go laugh, you know, go be in the kitchen or this, that, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any like? Yeah, you already said you'll be performing few days time for the all white party and boat party or so, or at the all white boat party. But then, in terms of collaboration, you mentioned few people. Do you have more people you collaborated with in this album?
Yeah, a lot of people like love the album, like each and every song. It's just being I did by myself. Yeah, or another song which is like a gospel song. I will shout out that. I will give a cappella or that. That one is like going this. I am not going to go down, down, down. We are not going to go down, down, down. I am going to the sky. Up, we are going to try till we die. So this is like a gospel song. It's like me and my friends, like we're not gonna give up. We're gonna try. We're not gonna go down. We're gonna go up to the sky. I'm gonna go up with you guys. We're gonna try till we die. So, and in this album compiled of like these tracks like Sleep Nor Dae, I don't know if it's Sokel is like Uganda Kenya artists who met in the African Celebrants organization. They always did their end of year award. So we connect through DJ Big Up. So we did a song together. I also got there's a link, which is the Sierra Leone finest artist right now. Yeah, I go Baby, a track with Mahmoud and Serodi. Yeah, I go like my blood diamond, which feature one my baby mama, and I'm going to connect more other baby mama on that thing. They do that. Shout out to you. We started all these things together. You know what I mean? Then I go like Shine, which I feature Young One. He was in my DTP clique. The time where I was coming up, like I used to own my own clique called DTP clique, like doing our own thing in East Coast and Central, you know. Then of course being a by myself with the drummers and all that. Then every day we do Kaboom, the legend,
Okay.
one of my admirer who is very strong, you know, stay cool and backbone behind my project. Also Connect, which I did with Canadian guy, like he's from Canada but he's Indian originally, and few of my Celly. Yeah, when I was in prison I met this guy. And also I did one loyalty with Father G DXT and one mother Sally when I was in jail, you know. But all these charges I bet them, you know what I mean? And so I charges they were wins, but it's lifestyle, you know what I mean? Because no one is perfect. I also get one mom, which I did with Zach. Zach now one of the people too where is really, really hardcore in the Sierra Leone community, just focus. A few days ago I was with him, he just shut up, man, what you doing, homeboy? I'm like, yo, just kicking back and I come over the boat. It's one of like strong somebody behind me too, like Zach. So I did a song with him and Currency Baba, which is yeah. So
So it's gonna be a huge album, like lots of featuring and all. Like we expect to get that kind of a vibe with different tastes
different
and
things.
from different backgrounds as well. All right. So you talk about Sally. You did some songs while you were.
No, it's not like we didn't do the song India, but we just like rap freestyle because
Okay.
imagine 3 o'clock you might be locked up again for the other day, you know.
Oh,
What I mean?
okay.
So you inside have to be talking to yourself. One was New Zealand guy, which I did a song with. It's a great song.
So did you get some inspiration during that time when you were in prison?
Yeah. We like freestyle a lot, and then I did another one with the Wild Boy too, which it's called Loyalty. I feature Father G of the X in the hook.
Okay. So, Chris, what will you say to the upcomers, like the new schools, about the street itself? Because you've been there, you've lived it, and you've experienced it, and now you know how it is. So, what will you say to new artists coming up or young youth in the community?
Well, advice it's them themselves. They have to listen to their instincts. That's all, because it's just like when we're coming up, we're always going to school, but the teacher will advise you, but you don't listen. Because if I give them advice, it's not going to be beneficial to them. It's just for them to just never trouble troubles until trouble troubles you.
Okay.
And it's about LLL. Look, listen, and learn.
Okay.
And you better keep learning and never give up, because why? There's always hope. The last thing like in life is when your breath like you've gone. That's the time. So your instincts will always be telling you, give you your own advice as a young superstar, and don't relent. Just keep going harder, because no man is an island. You have to connect, you have to hook up, but always believe in yourself and just don't look at like competitions and things like that.
Okay. All right, thank you for joining us today, Fatim Blessing Jalosemi Kalbaton brother. Think she knows you from Kalbaton. And John says, great show. Thank you, John. I'll couple up this and post them also on YouTube and probably edit the shots for Instagram and TikTok. But
Sweet. And team love you and Kalbaton people, they all. Once while I left Central, we go Wellington and end up with fortunate for girls like Kalbaton, even though the rebel and born and we don't come in our country where 10 years minus me age, so it's a lot of atrocity. Like we grew up in a way, hardcore way. So some of us, blessing to the person who make a kind of this country, you know what I mean? We came from a long way in a hardcore way. So the mindset is it making us like better person because we transform. As Salon people, like we divided, but when we say one thing, when we come to one, we're so lovely and really, really we come to one together as one and we love and push. But it's all about the time and we don't need for force issue. So Fatima and all the Kalbatan people, and because now not hear me not Kalbatan man for sure. We not there live now my entire life, like you don't know.
but how we get you down at Sydney?
Because one simple life takes you to the unexpected places.
Oh, yeah.
Is how you make it. And I would only born Pekin, and so I call you at home. And shout out to all my Maypark people, and because the school a lot counts a lot. But to be honest, Sydney is a great place. You can run away. I ran away, went to Queensland, living over there, live it up and good. But I think Sydney it's really okay. Just talk about Sydney people, Sydney. But at the end of it, man, when you look at it, you don't have to blame anybody. It's all about the consistent, the work, the this, the that. Then it's the energy. But very sweet people in this community, Sydney, Australia. I found it home anyways.
Okay.
And I just want to shout out to everybody in Sydney, Australia. Like if Sleep Nor Dae at the sea, you know what I mean. It's been a long story. But missing my part of life doesn't mean I've lost. And it's life take you crazy. You go in different part of it. Especially when we leave our culture, we jump in another culture, it diverts our brain, our mindset. But sometimes you can go, you bump your foot, you come back. But I don't mean say enough accept me in a lovely way. But of course I know so accept me, because one thing about it, you can feel the energy. Smile my face, talking my back means a lot, means you're great somebody. And peace and love to everybody.
Alright, peace and love, Chris. Peace and love to all Sierra Leoneans.
And shout out to the local individuals that are around, the Jumbo people and around, It's no hated like the Muslim people say, I like sworn.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Chris. And me not the swagger leg today.
Yeah, this is one thing about me. It's all about the swag. Like Hugo said was for no say yeah, or like this is. I mean, I said wait, that's. Hey, but Maggie, stop. Then when I go come at school, because it's 5 in a family. My other sister went to St. Joseph Convent. The second one FSSG. The third, my brother went to Elbert Academy. There, the fourth. My sister, which we are twins, she went to Methodist Girls' School. Then they want me for go grammar school. I cried like waiting. I say no. I say no way. I say no. You too white for where it was. You go both school. Now I cry back down. I say nah. And they be like so.
Power it was.
Power it was. But power and both son. We just see it.
Lead us into Maypac boys. They're not don't bully now. Not then yeah, not the time.
No, then bully is where that's the life we live in now. If we accept it too.
Yeah.
Then bully we bring inside this one.
But they don't count the lion, no?
The lion are the pet cage.
There we see the motor car pull smoke.
Yeah, because why them bully? Yes, the motor car.
The wrangler.
Because not to live in thing, artificial something. It's the lion mountain.
The first said was man, we don't talk for there.
Of course, that period was a one word. You know what I mean?
Me party Lance P. Lance P, I watch this interview so much, but I'm sure maybe he's sleeping now. But when he wake up, he goes, yeah. Lance P is an Edwardian. He knows you very well.
He gets some hit song.
No, he's not an artist, but he's an Edwardian. So he used to stay around that Kintom, Kutom Road area. No. So he knows you very well. He's an Edwardian. He knows you from a pack.
This is Mr. Chris, you know what I mean? And Sleep Nor Dae, right from Loud Mountain. The man behind the camera on a boxer, and he's very like gentle.
Yeah.
So straight, like I think these are people that we just get a unique type of pattern, you know.
Yeah.
Like for sisters and things like this happen, you know.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
So we trying, because you see we studio so small, so we trying to look for a better place to fix things up, because we really the strain. But with the manager might go.
And one thing about it, the small thing they like most of these Nigerian artists that we see it fast, so not a big studio they go.
Yeah.
A small studio and they do that small mic, you know, little by little, you know, like.
And you keep going,
keep going, you know,
because you can't wait till you get bigger. So if you say you keep waiting, you get older, and you lost out because you get for fade out with your own generation. So by the time when you don't mature, you won't come into the game now. Young one and don't come, then get different. That happened. Afrobeat was there, then I'm a piano come. Everybody want jump into it now.
Yeah. But when the unique is there, you will never let off feel. It's unique because they're iconic about who you are as an individual and what you believe in your mindset, because all that works in your mental health, you know, and just don't be carried away.
Yeah, and that makes you who you are. That makes you who you are. All right, thank you, Chris, and thanks to viewers. And we can forget Chris back, you know, hopefully before he release that time I go get now my laptop inside where we will preview the songs them for them to listen them, and probably Chris will go for doing show where we go there and do coverage. And always me and Chris they chat all the time. We chat music, nothing else. Music. Cause Chris, I don't know if you pass sports, but me I don't want to chat sports.
Yeah, sports, of course. Yeah. You know, I deal with Manchester United. They come back.
Oh, you're supporting Sydney FC. So me and you support same teams, Manchester in Europe, Sydney FC in Australia. All right. So Salona Central Parade. Yes. We don't meet up there. And I don't talk whose team I support. No, for protection. Oh yeah. Because I get fans I got people online where they work for with sports. Okay. If I talk my team where they anything I write, they go say look at that they favor. Oh, yeah. So in Sierra Leone I don't keep mention the team where they. But in Europe, okay, in Manchester, everybody just said Manchester.
Bless you. I got a colleague from Tawai Municipal. I went to school with Kelvin, Usman Timbo, and all that in Tawai, like Sylvan Abe, like Kevin Davis and somebody. We had it talk great about you.
Oh, yeah, we work for the same company. Yeah, Mercury. Kelvin. Kelvin. I miss them so much.
So when people ask about people, I don't know, like, overseas, we used to say that when I made it, like when you shut up the picture on the social media, it's like that's the lady I'm telling you my whole life, like my wall.
Yeah, Kelvin, we miss, you know, because I mean they drink, but I used to hang out with them. So like we'll finish work, because we work that company money day, they call it Mercury. Yeah, so like we don't do them, we don't get even time, we go hang out. So I always stay with them. I always with the guys.
I know. Shout out to Kelvin over there. Well, Mercury, I know because it's good part of it, but this part of the world is happening. But I know say one day maybe I go knock the jackpot. I still a place.
You sabi Dolo? You don't meet Dolo now? Na Kelvin, the other man.
Dolo.
It's named Christopher, but I don't know what they call him.
Oh yeah, I met him.
Well, meet Chris for number. Chris, I'm big look for Willow too.
I met him there once, a couple of times.
Yeah.
He started meet from nowhere. I just introduced his energy, which I just send my car key to him. Is that driving?
And then we have like Oliver. We work at the same company. No, that's Oliver. Christopher is different. It's called like, yeah. but we
Yeah,
came
no.
together, Masire, Adama, so we work together.
Yeah.
What's on that side? Yeah, yeah, I like that. I can't wait for the Benyama song.
Benyama.
So something is that song no our list.
That they talk me, let me get in that grave, go wake up back and say, yeah.
Chris don't go in the dictionary now.
No, you know, say Google everything.
So now Google it pull you in there.
There's lots I can recall. There is lots I recall. You know, tell me, call me mama the fire and bad. You know, tell me.
But I went to Chris. It pull small na Google. So all I go to list to the music. If the Google would not call for no vex. Now still.
The thing is like this, you know, say the accent today, like me, I get accent. Because I remember they go school to while mommy talk class one, they beat, yeah, beat me there for say lolly, beat me like waiting. Because me more, the way they called me tongue, but that doesn't mean, but I'm a finest MC. I think I'm number one, like in my own world. Like, I'm a co-MC because during those days of East Coast, like I used to be like right out there, like rest in peace to B2 Stacks.
Yeah, I work with B2 Stack at Tumac Radio.
Okay.
So now we are the first people that we start Tumac Radio.
Okay.
So I work there. Bitus was our manager before he went to AY.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, AYV like DJ Bass, like my like he play a lot of my track. A lot of jingles I did for him. Now who that do that? That the one and only DJ Bass from best to center. You know those days. Then TBS and Studio like those days to represent the art, which is the top.
So like
His
you
versus West,
work
yeah.
with Isorex and all.
Yeah, Tiny Winy, you know, Daddy, like, he's the best. I was the opposite of him because, like, I was in the East Coast with B2 Sticks and all that. So the days there now, like, and Vicky Dave was showing up too.
Yeah, Vicky Dave, yeah. He went to Turkey. I think he's back. Because I saw him as one of the MCs for the Eastern Artists show they made like a few weeks back.
And the Eastern artists, like, the great, like, we got great artists from over that side, you know, like, we did like all this innocence and all that. Like,
now article for your Slim and likes of what's his name, the Godzilla G and all those guys, stuff him. Think they're all coming up and they're doing well. Alright. Sure. But we're missing the likes of you, Shady. You know, Shady now the captain for we Eastern artists show, you know, inter area. Yeah. We used to do like zonal show. So Innocent was the captain for Kisi, Shady for Wellington, you know, up to Calbaton and you get all the artists them. Then dedicated all. Yeah, I know those people like Shady Baby. Last time he was in Australia, I ain't got along with him. He came over on my like had a night, you know. So like I'm more into the old school like Shady Baby, Burberry, like Innocent, and these are people who came over like record at my studio like Slim FBI, you know. Yeah. So like all Slim was going through a lot because I saw Dino J. Was it Dino J? There was another old artist that was doing like talk shows on Facebook and we find those old artists talking to them and so they found Slim the last time. It was going through a lot. But it was like people came up with some support for him and yeah. Well people like Slim FBI are going through a lot. It's the way we grew up, you know, because we came up like in the East Coast our generation lifestyle, you know, going to school, Maypacks and it's different. Like we just like living our own. We're not like dreaming like the Western world, but dreaming our own life. We try to make it be happen in reality. So and it takes a long way. Same way Slim is going on. We all have passed through that stages of life. It's just like some of us are being fortunate or like blessed out of maybe me before I end up in Australia. What do you mean before? Don't start. We had a deal, man. We had a deal. I pray like you get like better, but it's not easy. I talk to him sometimes, like he's on my WhatsApp. We shout out, like it's just when it comes to life, because we're grabbing it because life is whatever you take. Like now, what you in here, like they bring out. When you sleep, like lately, I've not been eating African food. Like today, I don't like pop African food from Rhode Island. Shout out to you. It came back from Newcastle. It's one of my own boy. Like when I used to run my store in Newtown, I used to push his Rhode Island things. Used to push Next City's clothing. Now I just got this other clothing. It's called like
Too Different. He's a Sierra Leone guy and based in Sydney, Australia, but he was born in the UK. I'm from Sierra Leone. So I start branding his clothes called Too Different, which is today. Sierra Leone people are ready for that brand. They will very soon I go see.
Yeah, I would like to talk to Trudy as well if I get time.
Next, I like introduce you guys. He just 2 days ago after some house party from what's the currencies party. And I saw a lot of Sierra Leoneans like big up to you once more fish in this party. Like a lot of Sierra Leoneans and turn over there, like and a lot of Nigerians and also. So I was with Tudy and he jet to Melbourne. But these are people like we need to bring out because he's doing his own thing too, like because music go a lot of things like clothing, there's entertainments, like even wedding, like we as a musician, like when you go like to wedding, we need like a breakout like to perform like Mahmoud get a great wedding lately. Like I was expecting like people like Terry to shop, like perform like certain things like how to build up this industry in a different way too. To make the atmospheres more oneness. So when you go in podcasts like this and bringing everybody, so these are such things like you see you want him to come next, it'd be like like beneficial to him how to push his brand in industry too. Because currently I'm working with him. It's called 2D, which is Too Different.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Chris. I hope for hosting some other time. We don't run over 5 p.m.
Sorry, like I talk so much because I'm a MC, you know, I'm a master of ceremony. I'm not like trying to capture over this show because even Boxer over there watching me like it's just a lot to be saying talk about, you know. But my fans there much love and I'm mostly on Instagram. My Instagram it's Sleep Nor Dae, which is SleepNorDae_official. So go follow the page. Got all your organic people. Fans in are organic people, which is like one on one, like body to body. But me to know one laughing happy, you know what I mean?